The artist is that person, I'm guessing. I just got it off of Google. But now I'll start. Oh shit. Time for some backstory. This is the day Izuku Midoriya got the name Deku from his best friend Bakugo, aka Kachan. Bakugo gave him his name Deku as the meaning of useless because he was the only kid without a quirk. But Deku told them he was not quirkless, he was just going to be a late bloomer. But they did not believe him, so Deku was still getting bullied up to the age of 11. It continued after that, but the age of 11 is where it truly changed for him. He just became emotionless, lost all anger, happiness, sadness, and joy. He just lost all care for everything from the constant abuse from Bakugo and his goons. Deku eventually just stopped talking to everyone but his mom. And then one day on his 14th birthday, I know it's a 3-year time skip, but it's pretty much just him getting bullied and made fun of for being quirkless. On his 14th birthday, when he blown out his candles, air didn't come out, it was fire. Kinda like that. Him and his mom put out the fire and they went to a quirk doctor. After the test, the quirk doctor told Deku and Inko that his quirk is kind of a combination. He has some pyrokinesis with fire breath. His fire breath is a lot stronger though. He can go up to blue flames and orange flames, so he has a hotter version and the normal version. He can also control both of these automatically because it doesn't put too much strain except for on his mind. He can only control the blue flames for 10 minutes or 5 minutes right now. And he can control the normal flames without any problems. This is when he goes back to school the next day. Deku walks into class and everyone looks at him and starts making jokes. Deku does not care though. He just goes to his seat and puts in his earbuds and starts listening to his music. Then Bakugo walked in and throws an explosion at Deku. Deku moves, and when Deku is distracted, Bakugo grabs his bag and tried to dump his stuff out on the floor. Deku reaches for his bag and grabs it, but Bakugo already gets everything out before Deku can take it back. Deku then just looks at Bakugo, looks at the floor, and then looks at Bakugo again, taking out his earbuds. Bakugo then goes, "What are you going to do, Deku? You can't do anything, you quirk." Right before Bakugo could finish saying anything, Deku just put his earbuds in and laying his head back down and going to sleep. This made Bakugo very angry. He was about to hit Deku, but the teacher walked in and yelled at them to be quiet and sit down. Deku just looked up and took his earbuds out as Bakugo and some of his classmates walked and sat down. Then the teacher said that we need to figure out what you're doing in your lives. Teacher then goes, "Ha, I was just kidding. I know all of you want to be heroes." Everyone then started using their quirks, but Deku and Bakugo. Bakugo then jumped on his desk and said his "I'm a dickhead and asshole, stay away from me, no one likes me" speech from canon. Then rants about how he's going to UA and he's the greatest, and yeah. Then the teacher said that Izuku also wants to go to UA. And that's when Bakugo looks at Deku. And before Bakugo could say anything, Deku puts his head down and puts up his middle finger, as they were just laughing at him. Then Deku just puts back up his head and breathed a blue fire, turning it into a spear or pole-looking shaped thing with a tipped point. Throwing it at Bakugo and stopping it right in front of his face. Then Izuku stated with no life in his voice. Remember, this is the first time they'd heard him talk since 11. So 3 years without him talking. Going back, Izuku then states with no life in his voice, saying, "If you say one more thing, I will kill you, Bakugo. Do you understand?" Bakugo then says while gulping, you know that? Okay. The whole class was like, when did he get a quirk? Bakugo was mad, thinking, was he not lying back then? How long has he had this quirk? Bakugo was thinking this when Deku said out loud, "I hate all of you, and I will be going to UA." Then Deku just walks out, getting home before the sludge thing happens, sludge incident. So All Might gets the sludge, gets it to the police station, no fucking problem. None of that bullshit. Then he does some research on training for his body. So he doesn't rely just on his quirk. He found the same beach he would clean, saying that trash is covered it, and he said that would be good training for me. He said, "I will start that tomorrow for the 10 months of training. For now, I need rest," and that is all.